Hello everyone, my name is Owen Keister, and welcome to my presentation on Escape from Tarkov. So what are we going to be going over today? We're going to be looking at exactly what is Tarkov, how do you play it, the purpose and goal of Tarkov, the background history of it, as well as the up and coming esports news. So what is Escape from Tarkov? It is a hardcore, realistic, online, first-person action RPG/simulator with a little bit of MMO features and a little bit of story-drivenness in there, but is mainly a looter-shooter survival game. It is also a PC exclusive. So here's some in-game screenshots. I just really want you to take a look at the quality. It's really pretty game, especially in the bottom right. That's the inventory. It's super detailed. It's super intricate system, and that's why a lot of people like this game. So purpose and goal of Tarkov is to survive, and while surviving, you must gather resources such as like weapons, ammo, gear, and medical supplies, but you also have to collect a plethora of everyday items, ranging from pliers to a can of food to Russian matryoshka doll for quests. And once you are satisfied or you're put in a bad spot, you can make your way to an evacuation site on the map. So by collecting a variety of these resources from the surrounding environment, you convert those gains into money and upgrades for your hideout and your weapons cache. And all of this is just to help you improve your chances of survival. So game modes. The game modes include raid and the player hideout, and in the raid you spawn as either a PMC or a scav. And keep in mind, there are 1 to 4 players in a group for a raid, so you can either come in as a solo, a duo, a trio, or a squad. So raids enable you to use your character and equip the latest weaponry that you have unlocked. Once in the raid, you can easily pick up gear from wasted players or dead AI, as well as from any loot spawn locations. But if you die, you lose everything. To survive longer, you must play carefully. Try grab better weapons and better equipment as you go. Always helps. So game modes. Continued, the player hideout. This is the unique aspect of the game. This mode involves you creating buildings and upgrading facilities in the hideout. Each new upgrade comes with unique bonuses, such as being able to either quickly recover, as well as manufacturing different types of loot and ammunition. Upgrade options in this hideout include heating, lighting, security features, an air filtration system, a Bitcoin farm, boost generation, shooting range, and many more. So here's what this hideout looks like. It is very intricate and very in-depth. Keep in mind, you're relocating most of your resource that you got in-game here. You're funneling into this because this is your upgrade system. This is what helps you level up and survive longer in the game. So the more resources and time you put into this, the more overpowered and better you get at the game. So strategies, pretty simple actually. The goal is to get good loot, right? So the best advice you can get is map positioning is key. No spawn locations, players, resources, and evac routes, always good to know. Learn how to use your weapon angles and lines of sight just to get around the map easier. Be aware of how loud you are while moving. The game is very sensitive to movement, but it's also hard to pinpoint exact locations. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword. And don't be afraid to use proximity chat to help those around you. Not everyone around you is an enemy, and most of the time you guys can help each other out. Alright, so looking to the history of Escape from Tarkov. The publisher is Battlestate Games. Their logo is on the left over there, top left. They're based out of St. Petersburg, Russia, and they began development on Escape from Tarkov in 2012, and that was led by Nikita, and he's the main guy. This is the main guy that goes between Battlestate Games and the community. He's the mediator. Everybody loves this guy. He always gives really good feedback. But something to keep in mind, it was a fairly new, slow-growing game because of the small development team they had. And they're still in beta, so they released this alpha back in 2016. And this beta dropped in 2017. They're still in the beta. They're just going to keep updating that. I don't think they see any problem with that either. Alright, so looking into some of the statistics, Tarkov really began to blow up in 2020 after a huge update that added a ton of quality of life improvements, as well as their interface and gameplay, making the game run much smoother and looking much nicer. You can see this reflected in the overall statistics of 2020, as well as the November and December viewings for 2020. Okay, so looking into the most recent concurrent viewer data, as you can see in November and December, that was the Streets update, and look how big that peak is for the viewership. It's crazy. Sadly, though, there is no concurrent method for attaining current player count, even though they've estimated it to be around 20,000 to 40,000 users in 2023. All right, so how is it going with the esports? Well, as of 2023, there isn't exactly a league in place. They do have events such as Twitch Rivals, which is where big streamers compete against other streamers for most kills in survival time. And esports has been working its way in Tarkov, but it just hasn't had the market yet. There hasn't been enough time to invest in it and create any leagues, teams, any of that. So the future of Tarkov, I believe the future is very bright. There's lots of room to grow and improve. And with the supportive fan base that it already has, Tarkov could become one of the next big games to get mainstream attention. Maybe not Fortnite and COD levels, but getting there. And here are my references. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy.